happens when you die?
What happens when you die? I don't really need to know. I'm okay with not specifically knowing. I figure my little pea brain can't handle whatever it is. And I feel okay about it.
How does that affect how you live your life?
I think it affects it a lot. I didn't realize how it affected my life until my mother died. And it was one thing to kind of think that way, but then when she died and everybody was just surprised at how I was acting, and I think I surprised myself at how I was acting because I knew she was okay. And I figured this is a very limited, that our minds and all, this is a very limited experience, and that experience is much greater than I can fathom.
Wow. So the last question is, you kind of just touched on it, is have you lost a loved one?
Yes, I've lost several. And in rather quick situations. I haven't lost anybody in a long-term illness, and which is that experience I'm not really looking forward to. I figure it will happen, but it's been interesting because I've had a lot of friends who have gone through that, and having lost a sister and a mother rather suddenly, those friends have said, "You didn't get to say goodbye, that must be awful." And I think it was interesting because I felt sorry for them, because I thought, you had to watch a loved one suffering. And I felt like I was better off for the experience that I had. And I actually pitied them and they pitied me. So I thought that was interesting. So I guess when that happens, we'll see what that experience is like.
Do you feel that your mom and sister are still with you in some way?
In some ways, but I feel like, well, would you really want to hang around? I mean, I figure whatever, I guess I think of death as more of an experience with the universe, and I think that we're kind of separated from the universe, caught in our own little experiences here. And so I figure, you know, would you really want to be in touch with this? And that's also a time thing. I figure sometimes I feel my mother around. Sometimes I feel my sister around, but it's pretty rare. But it's okay because I don't have an expectation. It doesn't, you know, I don't feel like I need that. I feel like they're better off wherever they are, and I need to get through what I'm getting through. So.
Great. That's all I have.
I hope that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Piper. Anything original?
Yeah, I got a few originals. I mean, normally we just like dick around on like punk rock and.
When you're rolling, Ish.
I'm rolling it.
King Solomon, what have you done? You traded life for a life when you knew you should have run. And when the fates turned their back, well, you jumped the starter's gun. Oh, hey, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Whoa, hey, yeah. Whoa, hey, yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
So, Tom, here's the first question.
All right.
What happens when you die?
Well, I mean, I was raised Roman Catholic, so I was raised with that whole idea and mythos, but as I kind of got older and got into studying philosophy, metaphysics, and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I kind of just have to believe that what's beyond is a very impersonal thing. We kind of just join whatever energy is out there. It's like all just one great singularity, so to speak. You know, no duality, no plurality, it's just singularity. As for our physical bodies, worm food, you know. That's where we go. We're just buried, we're eaten, whatever, but our souls somehow live on. They kind of mingle, but there's no consciousness, so to speak. It's like everything all together at once.
And how does that affect how you live your life?
Well, I mean, I think part of that whole joining everything when you die is kind of your soul goes there when it's ready, you know, and there's a lot of things that can keep you from being ready, you know, lavish desire, hatred, that kind of stuff, you know, negative thought in general. It kind of impedes you from realizing, you know, what your soul is capable of. And if your soul's not ready to make it, then it's not going to make it, and you might end up back here again. So it's kind of like, you know, live your life the best you can so that, you know, your soul will be at peace eventually.
Have you ever lost a loved one?
I've lost a couple. I've always viewed the people that I've lost, I lost my grandfather to cancer. I lost one of my friends when we were teenagers was killed when a gun went off in his hand. And I mean, it was tragic when it happens, but at the same time, you know, if you really believe that good people, you know, are kind of accepted into this whole singularity thing, you can't really be too sad about it, because where they are is a whole hell of a lot better than where we are. And, you know, you make the most of what you got down here and just hope that, you know, maybe you'll be up there with them eventually.